What's the best way to tell your dog they are adopted? It was a lazy Sunday afternoon, the kind where the sunlight spills into the living room, and even the dust motes seemed to be in no hurry. Max was sprawled across the rug, legs in the air, tongue hanging out of his mouth in pure, unfiltered dog bliss. He didn't know yet. Of course he didn't. He was just a dog. But my husband and I had been joking for weeks about telling him the truth. We'd adopted Max 3 years ago. We had been to 3 shelters before we found him. Thin, twitchy, but with eyes that followed us like he already knew us. He had been rescued from a hoarding situation, his paperwork said, half-starved, barely socialized, and terrified of loud noises. But when I knelt down in front of his kennel, he pressed his nose through the bars and sighed. That was it. My husband looked at me and said, "Well, I guess that's our boy." In the time since, Max had gone from a trembling mess to the most spoiled, confident, and loudly opinionated creature in our home. He had 2 beds, 3 blankets he'd claimed as his own, and a toy basket that overflowed. My husband and I talked about him like he was our child. Honestly, he was. So that day my husband sat on the couch, patting the cushion beside him. Max jumped up, tail thumping, curling into a perfect donut next to him. I sat across from them, phone in hand to record the moment. "Max," my husband said solemnly, scratching behind his ears, "there's something we have to tell you." Max blinked, yawned, and licked his paw. "You're adopted." Silence. Then Max sneezed, stood up, and walked over to me for more scratches. My husband feigned betrayal. He took that too well. Should we have waited until he was older? I snorted and scooped Max into my lap. He grunted, settling into the crook of my arm. "He always knew," I said. "Look at him. He knows he's loved. That's all that matters." Later that night after dinner, Max followed us upstairs. It had become a routine. As soon as the lights dimmed and the sound of brushing teeth echoed through the house, he'd be on the bed, waiting. We never told him no. He curled up between us, tail flicking gently against the blanket, already dozing. My husband leaned over and kissed the top of his head. "Adopted or not, you're stuck with us forever." I added, "You're our good boy. Always were." Max let out a sleepy sigh, ears twitching slightly, and nudged my hand with his nose before drifting off, and that was it. No drama, no confusion. Just another night in a house where love didn't need blood to bind it, only patience, kindness, and 3 hearts that somehow found their way to the same couch, the same bed, the same little life where everything felt like home.